The galaxy was not quiet, far from it. Across countless star systems, civilizations thrived, traded, fought, and schemed. The Galactic Union, a council of dozens of species, had ruled the known space for centuries. Yet, in all their history, there had never been a rumor like the one spreading now. Whispers traveled faster than ships. In every corner of the Union, a single question echoed. Who are the humans? In the Grand Hall of the Union, representatives from many species sat in tense silence. Their shapes varied. Some were tall and thin. Others were massive and armored. Some had 6 limbs, some none at all. Their voices sounded strange to each other, but all understood the common language of worry. "The readings are real," said Ambassador Vrix, his scales rippling with fear. He was one of the largest members of the council, a predator species called Trilaxians, known for their sharp claws and swift attacks. "A vessel, larger than any fleet we have ever seen, is approaching the inner systems," other members whispered among themselves. One of them, a small, almost fragile-looking creature called Linnae, shook her head. "It is impossible," she said. "Nothing can travel that fast without detection." We would have known. 2. But the evidence was clear. The massive vessel appeared on all long-range sensors. It was immense. Larger than any ship in the Union fleets combined, its hull shone with an unfamiliar energy, and its speed defied all known physics. It was heading directly toward the heart of the Union. Every fleet commander in the council chambers received the same urgent message. Prepare for contact. Unknown origin, unknown capability, extreme danger likely. Panic spread quietly but firmly. Many smaller civilizations immediately began evacuation plans. They moved colonies, shut down trade, and prepared to hide. Some of the older, wiser species tried to calm the younger ones. "Do not assume hostility," said Counselor Tern of the Valdery, a species known for their wisdom. "We do not know their intent. Let us wait for communication." But waiting was hard. The unknown always brought fear, and fear always led to suspicion. Far beyond the council chambers, in the emptiness of space, the unknown vessel moved with a quiet, terrifying precision. Its name was written in simple letters across its massive hull, though no one could read them yet. Sensors struggled to decode the energy signatures. No weapons fired, no engines roared, yet every system in the galaxy that measured energy levels felt a shiver. The ship was alive, in a way. Not like an organic creature, but alive in the sense that every system worked perfectly, anticipating everything. It was a human creation, and it was coming into the galaxy to make contact. The first official contact happened when a small Union observation fleet approached the vessel at the edge of known space. The fleet consisted of 5 of the largest Union warships, each bristling with weapons capable of destroying planets. Their commanders hoped to show strength, to intimidate the newcomers. As the human vessel approached, it did not hesitate. It did not respond to hails, and it did not maneuver in evasive patterns. It moved forward steadily, as if it already knew the Union ship's tactics. "Identify yourselves," demanded Admiral Creve, a 4-armed, armored creature from the Trilaxian fleet. "State your purpose, or we will assume hostility." A pause. Then, unexpectedly, a single, clear voice came from the vessel. Not loud, not threatening, but calm and confident. "We come in peace. We are from Earth. We are humans." The Union fleet froze. Silence swept over the holographic channels. Every species listened carefully, trying to interpret meaning. Humans? From Earth? They had heard myths of this species, stories from distant travelers who called Earth the Death World. But myths were not enough. This ship's presence was undeniable. "Humans?" asked one of the smaller council representatives, a delicate-looking being named Fira. Her eyes were enormous and black, reflecting the stars. "They said humans were primitive, that they could not survive outside their own planet." "Apparently," another responded, "they are no longer primitive. The fleet held position as the vessel slowly came to a stop. Its massive size dwarfed the observation ships. Then, sensors revealed something else. Energy readings, impossible energy readings, pouring out from hidden systems, shields, engines, weapons all operating at levels far beyond anything in Union records. For the first time, a sense of fear replaced caution. Union leaders whispered to each other. They realized they were looking at a species that could destroy them all if it chose. Yet, the voice of the human captain remained calm. "We do not seek conflict," it said again. "We only ask to meet your council. We are explorers, not conquerors." Inside the Grand Hall, the council reacted in mixed ways. Some feared a trap. Some argued for immediate attack. Others were curious. The humans' calm confidence unnerved even the bravest counselors. "We should prepare our defenses," said Ambassador Vrix, his claws tapping against the table. "Do not underestimate them. Their speed, their size, their energy. This is not normal." "And yet," Counselor Tern replied, "they have not attacked. They speak of peace. Perhaps we should hear them." A vote was called. After long debate, the council agreed to invite the humans to a neutral space station for formal discussion. Union ships would escort them, but not too close. Precautions, they said, were necessary. The humans accepted, their voice calm over the communication channels. "We will comply. We come to understand, and to offer friendship." As the humans approached the station, Union scientists studied their ship in awe. Its hull reflected energy shields stronger than anything recorded. Its weapon systems were not aggressive but perfectly prepared, able to destroy fleets without warning. Most impressive of all, every system worked in perfect harmony. "It is not just a ship," whispered Lieutenant Vrex, a young Trelaxian engineer. "It is a machine. But it seems alive. It thinks for itself, anticipates everything." "Humans built it," another replied. "Only they could do this. Only a species that has survived their own world could create such a thing." And that was exactly the truth. Earth was a harsh world. Its storms could rip cities apart. Its gravity was strong enough to crush weaker species. And its wildlife was aggressive. Humans adapted. They grew strong. They learned, they explored, and they built. Every human technology had a purpose, and every system worked together in ways no other species could imagine. From this, the S. Colossus was born, the largest and most advanced battleship ever created. A single ship, capable of protecting the galaxy from threats far beyond the imagination of others. At the neutral station, humans finally disembarked. Union members expected monsters, warriors, beings who could crush their weak forms with ease. Instead, they saw humans. Normal humans, not overly tall, not covered in armor, not glowing with strange energy. They were calm, disciplined, and observant. Captain Elias Ward, the human leader, stepped forward. His uniform was simple, but his posture commanded attention. He smiled politely, speaking clearly so every species could understand. "Greetings," he said. "We come as friends. We wish to understand your civilization and offer assistance, if you wish it." The council stared in disbelief. The largest and most powerful species they had ever seen, traveling in the largest ship they had ever witnessed, spoke not with threats, but with kindness. "What do they want?" whispered Fira. "They want peace," Tern replied, almost reluctantly. "And they are strong enough that we dare not test them." Yet, even as the council relaxed slightly, tension remained. Reports arrived that multiple fleets were gathering beyond the Union space. One name struck fear into everyone: the Drax Horde, a race of ruthless conquerors. The Drax had enslaved countless species and destroyed entire star systems. Now, sensing the weakness in the Union, they were moving to strike. Their fleet was enormous, and their weapons devastating. Union leaders panicked. Their fleets could not match the Dracs' numbers, and their soldiers were nervous. Every species wondered if the galaxy would finally fall. Captain Ward listened to the council reports. He did not panic. He did not raise his voice. Humans did not fear. "We will face them," he said simply. "If they threaten the innocent, we will stop them. Stand ready, but do not panic. We will act when the time comes." The council was stunned. This single human seemed calm, while the entire galaxy trembled. Union soldiers whispered to each other. "How can a single ship stop a fleet this size?" "Because," Lieutenant Vrex murmured, staring at the human ship outside, "they are humans. And humans do not fight like any other species. They survive. They adapt. They win." Far above the station, the T.S. Colossus glimmered in space, massive and silent. Its energy pulsed like a heartbeat, warning yet reassuring. The galaxy had never seen anything like it. And though the Union Council did not yet fully understand, every being present realized a simple truth: the humans had arrived, and the galaxy would never be the same again. And so, the story of human strength, courage, and intelligence began. Not with war, but with a single calm voice, a massive ship, and a message of peace that sent shockwaves of awe and fear through every corner of the stars. The calm of the neutral station was deceptive. Beneath its polished floors and quiet corridors, tension ran deep. Every Union fleet and council member knew that the real test was about to come. Reports had arrived. The Drax horde was approaching. Thousands of ships, larger and deadlier than anything the Union had ever faced, were moving through hyperspace. Entire star systems trembled at the thought of the Drax war machine. "This is worse than we imagined," whispered Ambassador Vrix. His claws clicked nervously against the table. "They are heading straight for the inner systems. They will arrive in less than 2 cycles." Counselor Tern, who had been quietly observing the humans since their arrival, shook his head. "We cannot stop them alone," he said. "Our fleets are strong, but the Drax numbers overwhelm us. Our technology cannot match their firepower." The humans, however, remained calm. Captain Elias Ward stood at the observation deck of the Colossus, staring at the stars with quiet determination. His officers moved efficiently, checking systems, adjusting energy output, and preparing for the incoming conflict. "All systems are green," said Lieutenant Sarah Klein, one of Ward's most trusted officers. "Shields at maximum. Weapons online. Engines optimized for fleet combat." "Good," Ward replied. "Remember, our goal is to protect the Union fleets, not to boast power. The Drax will see it soon enough." The first Drax ships entered real space near the outer systems. Their massive fleets glimmered like dark stars, each ship a fortress bristling with weapons. Their sheer size made Union fleets pale in comparison. Even the most experienced admirals felt fear crawl up their spines. "We cannot hold them," muttered Commander Vrex, a Trilaxian officer assigned to fleet coordination. "There are too many. Hold position," Ward instructed calmly over the comms. "Do not fire unless necessary. Let them see what they face." The Drax fleet commander, a towering, armored figure named Kraxor, did not know what awaited them. He had expected the usual resistance: small fleets, desperate defenses, and easy victories. Instead, the first object in their path was the T.S. Colossus. Its massive hull reflected the red light of nearby stars. Its energy shields shimmered with impossible strength. For a moment, even the Drax paused. No species in history had built a ship like this. "Identify yourselves," Kraxor demanded. "We are the Drax horde. Step aside, or be destroyed." "We protect those who cannot protect themselves," Ward's calm voice replied. "Do not threaten the innocent, or you will face consequences." There was silence. Then the Drax launched their attack. Thousands of energy blasts streaked across space toward the Colossus. The first volley hit and did nothing. The Colossus absorbed the blasts effortlessly. Its shields flickered briefly, then returned to full strength. "They are stronger than expected," muttered Craxer, his voice tense. "Increase power. Destroy that ship." But each attack was met with equal precision. The Colossus fired countermeasures that disabled Drax targeting systems, blocked energy beams, and neutralized missiles without destroying the ships. Union fleets watched in awe. Smaller species gasped. This single ship, alone, was stopping an entire armada. "They are not fighting like any species we know," whispered Fira, her large eyes wide with shock. "They are perfect." Captain Ward remained calm. "Do not waste energy," he instructed. "We will use precision, not brute force. Focus on disabling their weapons first, then neutralize the fleet." Hours passed, and the battle continued. The Drax realized they were facing an enemy unlike any other. They attempted boarding actions, sending small fighter squadrons and assault pods toward the Colossus. Each attempt failed. Human fighters, smaller ships designed for speed and maneuverability, intercepted and destroyed every threat. Each human pilot moved with perfect coordination, anticipating the enemy's actions before they happened. "They are thinking ahead of us," shouted Craxer. "How can one species do this?" "It is not just strength," Ward explained to his officers. "It is training, experience, and instinct. Humans survive on dangerous worlds. We adapt." The Drax regrouped and tried their most destructive weapon, the Oblivion Beam, a beam capable of wiping out a small planet. They focused it on the Colossus. Ward smiled faintly. "Ready the Eclipse Wave Generator," he ordered. The Eclipse Wave Generator was humanity's secret weapon, designed for situations like this. Unlike normal weapons, it did not destroy ships. Instead, it disabled every system in enemy vessels, shields, engines, weapons, all rendered useless within minutes. The moment Ward activated it, the effect rippled across the Drax fleet. Energy shields failed. Engines froze. Weapons shut down mid-fire. Drax ships drifted helplessly, unable to move or retaliate. "Impossible!" Craxer roared. "We cannot move." Union fleets stared in disbelief. Their fleets, though large, had never seen anything like this. One human ship had neutralized an entire armada in minutes. "This is humanity," muttered Tern quietly. "The legends, they are real." While the Drax fleet remained frozen, the Colossus moved forward calmly. Its massive energy cannons fired not to destroy, but to disable. Union ships followed. Cautious, but hopeful, the humans were not reckless. Every shot was precise, calculated, efficient. Soon, the Drax realized that even their largest vessels could not touch the Colossus. Attempts to regroup failed. Their command structure broke down as ships went offline one by one. "Surrender," Ward finally transmitted. "We will give you the chance to leave peacefully. Stop your attack and retreat, or face further consequences." Craxer hesitated. For the first time in his life, he felt fear. Humans were not just strong, they were unstoppable when defending others. Slowly, he signaled his remaining fleet to retreat. Union commanders and council members watched in awe. They had expected destruction, but instead, they witnessed restraint, precision, and power used responsibly. "They are not conquerors," whispered Ambassador Vrix. "They only fight when necessary. And when they do, they are perfect." After the Drax retreat, the Colossus moved to the nearest Union station. Humans assisted in repairs, helped organize fleets, and offered medical aid to those injured in the conflict. They did not boast. They did not demand rewards. They simply acted with efficiency and kindness. Council members began to understand why the humans were so feared and so respected. It was not just their strength. It was their intelligence, discipline, and honor. "They are the strongest species we have ever seen," admitted Fira. And yet, they choose to protect rather than destroy. Ward addressed the council once more. "The Dracs will return," he said, "but when they do, we will be ready. Humanity fights not for conquest, but for protection. Stand with us, and we can ensure the safety of every world." Union members nodded. The realization settled across the galaxy. Humans were different. They were powerful, yes, but their power was guided by principles, not fear. In the following cycles, the galaxy watched the humans carefully. Scouts reported their actions, allies observed their strategies, and even enemies took note of their restraint. Everywhere humans went, hope spread. Species that had lived under Drax oppression began to plan resistance, inspired by a single battleship and its crew. Humans did not seek glory. They did not demand obedience. They simply acted as they always had, with courage, intelligence, and care for the weak. At the Colossus's observation deck, Ward gazed at the stars, knowing the galaxy had seen only a fraction of human capability. "This is just the beginning," he said softly. His officers nodded, knowing that the legend of humanity was only starting, and that one day, the galaxy would remember this day. The day when a single battleship stopped a fleet that should have been unstoppable, and when the galaxy first realized that humans were truly extraordinary. The calm that followed the first Drax defeat did not last. Word traveled quickly across the galaxy. The humans had stopped a Drax fleet alone. Entire systems celebrated in secret, while others trembled in fear. Every species realized that Earth's humans were not just strong, they were unlike anything the galaxy had ever seen. But peace is always fragile. Kraxor, the Drax fleet commander who had survived the first encounter, returned to his war council. He was furious, humiliated, and desperate. "They cannot be allowed to exist," he growled. His armored claws pounded the table. "One ship, one single human ship, stopped our entire fleet. The galaxy will mock the Drax if we do nothing. We must strike again." And with all our strength, plans were made swiftly. The Drax assembled their largest armada yet. Thousands of warships, carrying billions of soldiers, advanced toward the Union's inner systems. This time, they would not hesitate. They would show the galaxy the full might of the Drax horde. Meanwhile, the TSS Colossus prepared. Its human crew worked tirelessly, checking weapons, reinforcing shields, and running simulations. The ship was immense, but Ward knew that the Drax fleet was even larger. He did not show fear. Humans rarely did. "All systems ready, Captain," Lieutenant Klein reported. Her voice was steady, but her eyes reflected the tension of the approaching armada. Shields at full capacity. Weapons online. Fighters deployed. "Good," Ward replied. He walked to the observation deck, staring at the stars. The void was quiet now, but soon it would fill with chaos. "Remember, we fight to protect, not to dominate. Every shot counts. Every move must be perfect." His officers nodded. They trusted him completely, and they knew that humanity had survived countless challenges on a harsh planet. The galaxy had never seen such discipline combined with raw strength. The first Drax ships appeared over the horizon of the inner systems. Thousands of vessels, enormous and terrifying, glimmered under the light of distant suns. They unleashed a barrage of energy weapons immediately, hoping to destroy the Colossus before it could react. Union fleets panicked. They had never faced such firepower. Many smaller ships were destroyed instantly, vaporized by the Drax's superior technology. But the Colossus moved forward steadily. Its shields flared, absorbing the attacks without faltering. Every weapon fired in response with precision unmatched by any other species. "They are unstoppable," whispered Admiral Creve, his forearms trembling. "A single ship against an entire armada." "Not just a ship," Tern said quietly. "It is humanity. And humans are exceptional." The Drax were confused. They had fought countless species, destroyed entire civilizations, and conquered star systems. But the humans were different. They did not panic. They did not retreat. They did not fight recklessly. They adapted, countered, and survived with skill no one had ever imagined. The battle raged for hours. The Dracs attempted every tactic: ambushes, flanking maneuvers, boarding assaults, even hyperspace strikes. Every time, the Colossus countered perfectly. Its human fighters intercepted boarding craft with lightning speed. Its energy beams disabled Drax ships without destroying them, leaving the invaders confused and helpless. "They are controlling the battlefield," said Commander Vrex. "They are not just surviving, they are leading the fight." Captain Ward activated the Eclipse Wave Generator once more. Its effect rippled through the Drax fleet. Engines failed. Weapons shut down. Shields collapsed. Entire squadrons floated helplessly in space. The Dracs were frozen, powerless against a single human ship. Kraxor, the Drax commander, screamed in rage. His fleet, the most powerful force he had ever commanded, was reduced to driftwood. For the first time, he feared humanity. "This is impossible," he shouted. "They cannot be this strong. No species, no weapon, can do this." "They are humans," Ward said quietly to his officers. "And humans fight for more than power. They fight for what is right." As the Colossus moved forward, disabling Drax ships with precision, the Union fleets began to regroup. They had seen what humans could do. Inspired by their courage and skill, they joined the fight cautiously. The galaxy realized something profound. Strength without discipline is dangerous, but discipline without fear is unbeatable. Union commanders began to coordinate with the Colossus. Human officers communicated quickly, using simple, clear instructions. Every Union ship acted in perfect harmony with the Colossus, turning what could have been a desperate defeat into a coordinated defense. "The humans are teaching us," said Fira, amazed. "They are showing us how to fight together, how to survive together, how to win together." Hours passed, and the Drax realized the full scope of the humans' power. Kraxor's remaining ships attempted a last-ditch hyperspace attack, hoping to destroy the Colossus before it could act, but humans anticipated it. The Colossus fired energy pulses that disrupted hyperspace entry points, stranding the Drax ships in real space. "Stop them!" Kraxor screamed, but every effort failed. His fleets were falling apart. His soldiers were panicked. They had never encountered a species capable of predicting their moves and countering them flawlessly. Finally, Kraxor realized the truth. Humanity was not just strong. They were strategic, intelligent, and fearless. And unlike any other species, they fought to protect, not to conquer. "We retreat," Kraxor growled. His pride was shattered. Axid, but he knew he had no choice. "We will live to fight another day, but we will never forget this." The Colossus did not pursue. Humans did not seek revenge. Instead, they moved to assist the Union fleets, helping repair damaged ships, coordinate defenses, and secure systems under threat. Every action was precise, thoughtful, and guided by care for others. Counselor Tern observed the humans closely. "They are more than just warriors," he said softly. "They are teachers, protectors, and leaders. They do not seek glory, they seek justice." Across the galaxy, species began to whisper. Stories of the humans spread quickly. A single battleship stopping a massive armada, defeating impossible odds, and yet offering mercy instead of destruction. Entire worlds began to hope for the first time in generations. "They are not here to rule," Fira said, her voice filled with awe. Captain Ward addressed the Union Council for the final time. His voice was calm, firm, and confident. "The Drax horde will return, eventually. But when they do, we will be ready. Humanity fights not for conquest or power, but for the safety of all. Stand with us, and together, we can protect the galaxy." The council members nodded. some with tears in their eyes. They had witnessed something extraordinary. The galaxy had been shown the true meaning of strength, courage, and discipline. Union fleets repaired, colonies celebrated, and smaller species sent messages of gratitude. Humanity had not only won the battle, they had changed the galaxy's perception of what is possible. In the following cycles, the galaxy learned to respect and rely on humans. The T.S.S. Colossus became a symbol of hope, strength, and responsible power. Stories of the human battleship traveled faster than any fleet, reaching the farthest corners of known space. "If the humans are with us, no one can harm our worlds," said one grateful alien governor. "We were wrong to underestimate them," whispered another. Even the Dracs, humbled and defeated, could not deny the truth. Humanity had risen, not through fear or brutality, but through skill, intelligence, and compassion. They had earned the galaxy's admiration and its caution. Captain Ward stood on the Colossus's observation deck, gazing at the stars. He knew the galaxy had seen only the beginning of human capability. More challenges would come, more threats would arise, but humans were ready. They had survived their own harsh world. They had learned to fight, to adapt, and to protect. "This is only the beginning," he said quietly to his officers. And indeed, it was. The galaxy would never forget the day a single human battleship arrived, and the day the stars learned to respect humanity. The T.S.S. Colossus remained in orbit, a silent guardian, its systems ready, its crew vigilant. Across the galaxy, species prepared to follow the example set by humans, to fight with skill, to protect the weak, and to use strength for justice, not terror. The galaxy had learned a lesson it would never forget. Humans were not to be feared in the way of conquerors. They were to be respected in the way that legends are respected: silent, unstoppable, and righteous.